We are back for real now.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever you said to them, they heard nothing of it, but I'm sure you enjoyed it. And we are back.
For you.
That's right. So we've got Huff and Nubbins, and I can't tell you how exciting this is. Huffaluffagus, a newcomer to CTWC, and Nubbins Goody, aka Jonas Neubauer, trying to fight his way back into the top 8.
And yeah, I've been super excited about this match. Just Jonas on a tear right now, but Huff just performing so consistently. Like we're seeing like the next gen consistency versus the classic consistency. You know, hyper tapping versus dash. This is going to be one for the ages. I cannot wait.
All right, we are just waiting on readies from Jonas.
And keep in mind that Jonas is going to have to win 2 matches in a row in order to take this spot today for our bracket.
All right, Chris, I'm going to go ahead and start this countdown.
Yep.
And let's do this. Let's do this together as emphatically as we can. You ready?
Okay, ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris!
Tetris.
All right, and we are underway. Totally not synced. And, you know, this is 2020.
We're too excited to be synced.
Yeah, that's right. Sync is the first thing that goes out the window when you're excited.
And Huff with a few holes in his playfield, but scores the first Tetris. Jonas gets the long bar. Boom! Tetris for Jonas. Here we are early on. And Jonas scoring another Tetris with a slight lead, but Huff is ready to fire back as soon as that long bar comes. There it is. Boom! Tetris for Huff. Boom! Tetris for Jonas. Jonas up by 20,000 points, at 70,000 points. Huff at 49,000 points. And simul Tetrises back to back. Jonas skimming off the top there, trying to get rid of that hole in his stack. And he does. Neck and neck. Still early on, but notable.
Yep, Huff piling pieces there over on the left. You know, you're going to see Huff as a hype. Oh, with a line spin. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Oh, my God. He knows I'm watching. But
yeah, we're going to have a...
Oh, you're going to see... Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, battle of possible line spinners here.
That's right. So you're going to see, you know, as a hyper tapper, Huffaluffagus able to, you know, put pieces much higher on the left, and so they're going to tend to have a more severe kind of slope from left to right, and sometimes not even, but also sometimes not even have one because they'll build so high, right, and flat. So there's 2 things that you can sort of see from them, but definitely high pieces on the left is a feature of both, and Jonas will be forced to build a little bit lower than Huff will as a bass player, Jonas.
Right, that's the heart of the stylistic difference between the two is one's going to be disposing of the pieces while the other's an expert at using whatever he's got. So it's resourcefulness versus speed.
That's right. Huff back by about 2/3 of a Tetris right now. 217 Huff, 235 for Jonas. And Jonas set up for a perfect clear, but no long bar.
Yeah, Jonas just playing super clean, and today has been a treat. It's some of the best Tetris I've seen Jonas play, and I've seen him play every year. So, wow. And Huff making a statement, just, you know, champion of the winner's bracket now. So, definitely cementing his spot in Classic Tetris history as we do our first online tournament here.
And the first ever double elimination in CTWC. Mm-hmm. And so just to give you an idea of what you're about to see here, Huffaluffagus has not lost a single match the entire time, so he is representing the winner's bracket. Jonas lost his first match in the bracket and was sent down to a bottom or loser's bracket and had to fight his way through, which he did. Now, in order to be eliminated from this tournament, you do have to lose twice, even here in the finals. So for Jonas to beat Huff, Jonas will have to win 2 full best-of-5 matches against Huff to cement his place in the top 8.
And it can happen. We saw it happen yesterday with Nanu, so we are definitely excited to see if that can happen again. If not, then we're going to see something amazing, because then Huff will remain undefeated. And Huff having to do a lot of singles and doubles, line clears, trying to dig back down to the bottom, while Jonas' playfield has been nice and clean, and he's ready to score a few more piece drops there.
Yeah, Jonas has been very consistent, except for one, like, kind of in the previous match, for one kind of early top out. He's been amazingly consistent about getting to transition with 500k paces. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely consistent max out pace. This is the kind of Tetris that we expect to see from Jonas. And Huff taking more triples.
Yep,
and another double.
372 from Huff, 463 from Jonas.
There we go with Tetris for Huff. And he's ready for another. Jonas having to do some line clears too. So that'll probably slow his pace down just a bit. But now he is back in Tetris form. And there's a long bar. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
Now we are approaching the level 19 transition, and at 130 lines, the speed will increase by 50% on these players. You'll know it when you see it all turn orange. And it's fast.
Yep. Jonas on max out pace. Huff not far behind, though. And boom, Tetris for Jonas. He's got one more to transition, and Huff with one line clear to transition as well. They are on their way. Here's that speed increase. Huff transition on level 19. Boom, Tetris for Huff. Jonas still ahead by one Tetris, making his transition. Now at level 19. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Boom, Tetris for Huff. Still about a one Tetris difference. Huff having a double well dependency there, choosing to fill it in. And skimming a double off the top. He has a center well set up. Opts to take a double to play it safe. And doing some more safety burns.
Yeah, maybe taking a lesson from Eric in the previous match, just kind of burning it down and getting back to safety.
Yeah, Huff not taking too many risks and living to make that Tetris there. And Jonas having to do a few burns too, so Huff didn't fall too far behind from that. Still down by about one Tetris. And Huff making a Tetris. Starting to regain some momentum there. He's set up for another Tetris. And we're neck and neck.
And Huff actually back into a slight lead for the first time all game.
He is ahead by a few lines. And Jonas making a Tetris. I think he wanted to do something different with that long bar, but it's not going to hurt him.
Nope, just cleared away.
Right back off.
Very efficient clear away of that. Jonas getting set up for another one.
Jonas with the last frame adjustment there. And beautiful board. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Solidifying the lead for a second, but then Huff firing back. Now we are neck and neck, yes. At least from the numbers.
Yeah, 703 for both Huff and Jonas. Huff's going to Tetris, though.
Yeah, Huff had by one Tetris, but Jonas is going to fire back, and then Huff had another Tetris too, so no difference there. We're still with Jonas one Tetris behind at 733. There's 736,000 points now, and Huff at 768. This is going to go down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. We are hurtling towards towards kill screen at level 25, now level 26.
Yep, the million-point max out still in play here for both players.
Yes, we could be seeing a double max out situation here. Jonas is playing really clean. Needing a couple of long bars there.
He's kind of taking a risk here, actually.
Yeah. He needs the right pieces to solve that. Gets one. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. And boom, Tetris for Huff, not letting up one bit.
Huff ahead by 10 lines actually now, so that will be a factor. And Huff up by 2 Tetrises. Tetris for Huff there. 917 Huff, 821 Jonas. Huff into level 28.
Jonas is just barely getting that piece over, but getting it done. Still has a little bit of time to catch up, but he's got to play very aggressively.
So Huff trying to get one more Tetris here before level 29. He's actually set up for it, so a Longbar would give him one final Tetris. He's got a big lead over Jonas here, and so I don't know that Jonas is going to be able to catch up, even if Huff doesn't get this Tetris. But he does get the Tetris into the kill screen. Jonas only has one line before.
But he has a center well set up. Is there something he can do with it?
I mean,
if he set up for 2 Tetrises, he might be able to pull it off. There's one.
And there's 2, but it's not going to be enough. Huff is going to edge him by 18,000 points. Jonas did everything he could do.
He had the double Tetris set up in the center well at the end. What an epic finish.
Unbelievable. Jonas did every single thing he could possibly do right there, setting up for 2 Tetrises instead of 1 down the center well.
Yeah, he knew the situation and like you said, did everything he could. And Huff just narrowly edging him out. That is an achievement.
I mean, imagine scoring 990,000 points and losing. I mean, it's just amazing. All right, so we've got, I mean, that just tells you what the level of competition here is. I mean, a max out isn't always enough here.
Yeah, and guess what? If Huff didn't, like, hold out for that last one, yeah, Jonas would have overtaken him.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're good. Go. But yeah, that's just how hard you've got to go. You got to, like, make sure you get that last Tetris, life or death, and Huff pulled it off. Both players building back up. Jonas with the first Tetris.
You saw Jonas pass on a Tetris to fill out the left side, something he advocates, but his wife Heather does not. Maybe in that circumstance she would have, but I think generally speaking, Jonas says, you know, hey, yeah, I can do that. And Heather would say, in most cases, do not do that.
And Jonas is going to opt to burn those lines off and retain the right side well. And, Jonas showing some quick adjustments there to maximize his play field. Opts to stack on top, waiting for another long bar. Taking a triple off the top.
Yeah, he was getting a bit high and flat there, so he was able to get that triple into a Tetris. Crucial for Jonas.
And Huff having a double line dependency, so he's having to build on top of that well. Right pieces fell, though, so that he can skim the double and then open the well and get the Tetris. And Jonas playing clean, getting another Tetris. Up 60,000 points. Huff right behind, playing a Tetris. Narrowing the deficit to about 40,000. But Jonas just playing really solid, maximizing that score.
You can see in the bottom. You can see in the bottom left of each player's field. There's Tetris rate stat, right? So 76% of Jonas's line clears have been by Tetris, and Huff was sitting on about 56%. And Huff in kind of a drought here finally gets a long bar for a Tetris.
Yeah, he was building high for that, but it did come. And Jonas with another Tetris. Yeah, Huff can build tall, but he doesn't take a lot of the risks that we saw players like Eric doing. And that's sort of been the difference, is you need to be able to survive up there, but not getting into a dig situation too high seems to be a big key.
Yeah, Huff can't seem to find a long bar when his well is open. And finally does and gets a Tetris. He's 231 for him, 292 for Jonas.
And Huff scoring another Tetris, so that'll help him a lot catching up. Now behind by 40,000 points. Jonas at 294 and Huff at 256. And another Tetris. Finally getting some of that momentum back. Now at 279, Jonas at 301.
Yeah, Jonas weathering a drought here. 25 piece long bar drought.
There it is.
He's
Boom
got
Tetris
the-
points.
That was probably the quietest boom Tetris you've ever done, Chris.
And nice, yeah, spin tuck there.
Yeah, a little S spin from Jonas. Huff with a Tetris to get it back to neck and neck here.
Yeah, nice clean boards on both sides. Jonas taking some singles, still keeping it clean. Boom Tetris for Jonas. And 2 in a row for Jonas, and Huff firing back with 1. So we're hitting the 100 line mark, about 30 from transition. And Jonas with another Tetris. Seems like this pace is going to continue. They both have clean boards. Max out pace here by both players.
Yeah, both players kind of looking for a long bar here. Jonas finally gets one, 452 for him, and Huff gets one, 426.
And we'll see how they build for transition here. Huff's going a little high, takes a triple. Jonas keeping it low. Stacking up high on the left though. And he's definitely, he might go for a T-spin there, he T-spins. Does line clear, but he covered as well, so he wasn't able to use that long bar for Tetris at that moment. Huff catching up a little, and boom, Tetris for Huff. Going into transition, now slightly in the lead. Jonas will probably get that back with the next Tetris. Huff is clean and in the lead in transition by half a Tetris. Boom Tetris for Jonas into transition, now at 540,000 points. Huff taking the lead, 555.
Yeah, better transition for Jonas here. Jonas transitioned at about 540, and then Huff transitioned about 505.
Yeah, Huff's about 5 lines ahead.
Yeah, 5 to 10 lines ahead. That'll come into play as we approach kill screen.
Wow, Jonas still managing to keep it so clean that up high.
Even despite these little droughts he's getting. You know, they're not always the hugest droughts. It's like these little, like, 15, 19 long bar droughts.
And Jonas having to deal with a small hole in the stack. He's going to burn it down. Just using the long bars to build his well.
Huff in the lead here by 55,000 points. Tetris is again. Jonas going to Tetris and get it back. But Huff not clean, and Jonas is.
And Huff slightly ahead on lines. And Jonas having to take some burns there, but he keeps his playfield clean.
So Huff on level 24, 714,000 points. Jonas 659 here on level 23.
Yeah, Jonas having to clean just a bit. Dealing with the kinds of pieces he's been given. Huff playing up high. Playing aggressively. Keeping that well open. Boom Tetris for Huff. Boom Tetris for Huff. Really aggressive now. Not letting up one bit. Wow.
Another one for Jonas here. Huff trying to get set up for one. Huff is on level 26.
He's pulled ahead by lines a bit.
Max out still on the table for both players. There's a Tetris for Huff. He's set up again. Another one for Huff.
Wow.
880.
Yeah, Huff is just pouring on the pressure here. Like, his Tetris rate actually increased. It's now in the 60s, and it was in the 50s before, so playing really excellently after transition.
Yeah, taking a couple of burns here, Huff. He's got a lead of 84,000 points. 918 for Huff, 834 for Jonas. Jonas setting up center well.
And he's going to get it. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. He's only behind by 2 Tetrises. And Huff has some stuff to clear to get Tetris ready again. He does, and he builds off the 1 row off. Still Tetrises.
So
really maximizing.
Yeah, he's only got 3 lines left until, and so he's setting up for another one, and he gets it. Wow. 997 for Huff. And Jonas going to have to try to get 2 more Tetrises. If he can get them, he will actually take the lead, but he has to burn. Oh, no. So Jonas was in a position where he could have, if he had gotten 2 Tetrises, take a game off Huff, but he doesn't. And Jonas going to top out.
So close. So very close. And once again, it was that situation where Huff went for the do or die Tetris, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, just in case, and pulling it off to make sure that Jonas couldn't catch up.
Yeah, and basically needing it. I mean, if Jonas had Tetris there, really, pieces come a different way. Jonas Tetrises, and then Jonas needs to set up for 1 more, and he could have done it. Now, unfortunately, Jonas took sort of a burn that took him out of Tetris contention. He would have to have had it past kill screen. But really amazing play from Huff there. Really smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's a situation where he knows he needs every point he can get, and did what it took to set it up so that he would have enough Tetrises and Jonas wouldn't be able to catch him.
All right, we're going to get them started here.
Yeah, those scores at the end. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Just so close and right on the line on the edge of max out.
Now Huff,
go for the kill screen.
Yeah, now Huff up 2 games to none in this match. And just to remind you of the situations, it is a double elimination. So Huff is 1 game away from cementing his spot in the final 8. Jonas is going to have to come back, and he's going to have to reverse sweep Huff and then beat him in the next match, since Jonas is coming out of the loser's bracket. So Huff is like real big advantage right here. But without spoiling it, if these get shown out of order, we have seen players come back and do the double, the
double reverse sweep.
Yeah, the double secret probation, double reverse sweep, and so yeah, we could see that. But Huff really in pole position right here.
And yeah, it wasn't like Jonas was making it easy for Huff one bit. They were all right on the edge, right on the line. It was a Tetris or death situation where if either one had given up a Tetris, it would have changed the outcome.
Yeah,
that's how
right.
competitive we've got.
That's exactly right. On level 28, where kill screen points might matter.
Yeah, they're definitely a factor now.
So 104 for Huff now, 145 for Jonas. Huff's about ready to clear away the right side cover on his well. And boom, Tetris for Huff.
Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Still playing clean, still playing the best Tetris we've seen him play.
I mean, just super consistent play from Jonas. I mean, it's so difficult to just get, high 900 after high 900 game after game. But this is the level of competition and what these new players are forcing him to do. But he's living up to the challenge.
Absolutely. And no matter the outcome, I really think Jonas's performance today has been a triumph. I'll remember this. This is one of the best days I've ever seen of Tetris played by Jonas, and you guys are all having a great treat witnessing this.
All right, Huff with a Tetris down the right side, 207 for him, 263 for Jonas. Jonas
building up high in the middle, but able to burn down Tetris there. Playing a little bit risky, but I think he knows what he has to do. It might actually take riskier play at this point. He's going to go for a T-spin, making that nice and clean. Beautiful board management there from Jonas.
And even though Jonas has the lead there here, I think he knows that, you know, pace is going to be a factor. He's going to have to go all the way to the end. He can't count on his opponent kind of running out of gas at 700, 800K, right? So he knows even though he's got a lead, it's not safe.
Absolutely. I mean, put yourself in Jonas's shoes. You just played the best Tetris of your life and still managed to lose by only one line clear Tetris, right? Like, that's how close it was. And you don't want to go out like that. You want to get on the board and not have such a margin.
All right, 382 Jonas, 265 for Huffaluffagus. And Boom Tetris for Huff, 290 for him. 92,000 point lead for Jonas right now. Set up for a Tetris.
Jonas playing it safe, still skimming off the top. And there's a long bar. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Kept him waiting for a while, and he gets 2 in a row. And he's up by 118,000 points now. 432,000 for Jonas, 314 for Huff. And Huff's got some burning to do. He has that hang on the left.
Yeah, that left side's going to be really tough for Huff. So he's going to get that L piece, which is exactly what it's for. But this is so tough for Huffaluffagus right now.
Yeah, it's not going to survive that. And Jonas takes the round. And there's a big sigh of relief from the 7-time former world champion.
All right. We are here. I mean, God, high intensity Tetris.
And chat's just going wild there.
They are doing that. I think they're like in emote.
Maybe they saw what happened. No, they're not. They aren't in emote mode. They're allowed to react as they please right now. And they're watching yesterday. Oh boy.
All right, we've got a ready from Huff and a ready from Jonas. We'll get it started. Huff up 2-1. It's match point for Huff here. Jonas needs to win to continue this, and we'll need another win after that to force a bracket reset.
Yeah, this is something special. How exciting. Day 2 of the Classic Tetris World Championships 2020. Jonas versus Huff.
Jonas on the board with his first Tetris. Huff looking for his. Built up high on the left already.
Bit dependent. Waiting for something to... Okay, he was able to fill that in. Jonas scoring a Tetris. Bit jagged for Jonas.
Right, Huff finally on the board with his first one. And a second one.
And Jonas firing back. Both boards now clean. Less than a Tetris separating them. And boom, Tetris for Huff. Now with a little lead. And Jonas having to stack a bit in the middle, but knocking down a Tetris and keeping things clean. 99,000 for Jonas, 120 for Huff. Just about a Tetris between them. But Jonas evening it up. Just for a moment. See what Jonas does there to clear that.
Yeah, there's really no good way to attack that without leaving something here, so he's going to be cleaning up.
Yep. And he's back Tetris ready. Huff's playing up high. He only needs to just make a double there to open back up. He does. And boom, Tetris for Huff. They're going to go back and forth. $150,000 for Jonas, 172 for Huff. Close game. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. And boom, Tetris for Huff.
Another one for Huff here. 220,000 for Huff. 178 for Jonas. Jonas clear on the right side though.
Mm-hmm.
And boom Tetris for Jonas. Boom Tetris for Huff.
Yeah, Huff's been getting a lot of Tetrises and pulling into the lead slightly. So 266 for Huff and 202,000 for Jonas. Both boards are looking good. And Jonas taking a bit of a risk here. He's building higher.
Yeah, and he had to sort of pole vault that line bar over to the left. He just didn't have any other really good place for it. Takes the Tetris, depending on the left, gets the long bar, so now he's got a good stack again.
Yeah. A little bit of risk there, but sometimes you have to.
Tetris for Jonas. Huff trying to build up for one. And Huff just really piling pieces really high on the left.
Mm-hmm. That's aggressive, and yeah, he's...
Oh, Huff misses the T-spin. That's going to slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, that'll cost him a couple of singles, but he's in good shape. Still stacking up super high on the left. It's not the optimal stack on the left, too.
Yeah, Jonas actually cuts into this lead, and now Jonas is ahead by a very small margin.
Mm-hmm. With better board health, Huff is going to have to burn at least a couple of singles now.
Yeah, Huff weathering a drought. Huff's going to happily take that triple.
Mm-hmm.
And Jonas now up by a Tetris and a half. And boom, Tetris for Huff. So 361 Huff, 375 for Jonas.
And boom, Tetris for Jonas. Back into the lead. But Huff taking back some of it, so less than a Tetris separating them now. And Jonas scoring another one. Line spin from Jonas. Really, really close game here. Just pulling out all the stops, both players.
Yeah, and Jonas setting up kind of a combo overhang here. Ends up having to leave a gap, but should clear away pretty easily.
Yep, there it is.
So Huff 430, Jonas 469. Huff's going to Tetris, so 453.
And yeah, we're 10 to 15 lines to transition here, with Huff having slightly more lines. Neck and neck by the score.
Their Tetris for Jonas.
Jonas choosing to take a single and keep his well fully on the right.
Huff is going to Tetris into transition at 501.
And still neck and neck.
Jonas setting up a little aggressively here.
Yeah. And he's going to transition with that Tetris.
But that left side a little bit tough here. Gets the square that he needs. But now he's having to build his spire in the middle, and Jonas is going to top out. Jonas tops out. And Huff is ahead.
And Huff advances, making our top 8.
Wow.
But what an impressive performance by Jonas. Coming back to the Classic Tetris World Championships, making top 16. So that is that's an achievement. And that's something that a lot of us have been waiting to see. What a performance. And those games pushing each other to the limit, to the very edge of the max out, and to the kill screen.
Wow. I mean, I can't even get over what I just saw. I don't even know what I have to do. I know I have responsibilities here in the stream. I don't even know what they are anymore. Where did my oh, I've got a thing here. I mean, I'm just shocked. I mean, Jonas did like everything he possibly could. I mean, he played those first two games almost to max out. And we have got ourselves another top 8 finalist in Huffaluffagus. So, wow, unbelievable performance. I'm in shock.
Same here. I'm breathless. Like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm looking at the online facts sheet here, and it actually said the ELO odds prediction. This one's pretty even, no clear favorite here. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much dead on.
Yeah.
Even though one of them's a hyper tapper, and even though one of them is DAS, like those matches, you don't get closer than that. Like, and then 2 in a row like that. It's just insane.
Yeah, there is no question though, but Jonas certainly belongs on the biggest stage among the best Tetris players in the world. If he has proven anything, he has proven that with that performance being pushed to the limit in those first 2 games to have to get as high as he did to win. I mean, and he was just a couple of line clears away both times.
There was no failure in any of those performances from either player. It was just, that is just a highlight reel through and through. And it was an honor to be able to witness this live and to call the action.
Yeah. Let's see if we're going to see if we can get Huff in chat. Huff, if you're in chat, I want to see if somebody maybe can drag him in here. 1 second here. I can give him a role maybe. I'm moderating Discord here in one of the most exciting moments in Tetris. Oh, let's see. I think I can drag him in. Let's see. Oh, wait, where is he? He's here.
Hello.
Huff, are you here?
Yeah. Hold up.
Congratulations, Huff. That was an amazing performance. I don't know if you've been hearing audio on our stream through your setup, but wow. That is... You have gone against the dragon and won some of the closest Tetris and some of the tightest moment-to-moment decision-making. I saw you go for... You were stacking things left and right, trying to keep that well open just to get that long bar at the very last second. And you did, like, at the very last possible second. I mean, you were in it to win it. What was that like?
I was lucky. It was super lucky. I don't know if I should have won, but it feels good.
Hey, Huff, do you have a way to pull down your boom mic there?
Oh, my God.
Oh, perfect. No, you're good. Yeah, no, you're good now. You're good now. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sorry
all right. So, you came all the way through the bracket undefeated. You took on, some really tough customers. You had Feoden, of course, at the beginning. You had Blank, who can really just go off at any moment. And then, of course, Eric ICX, who is somebody who can really push you to the limit every time, capable at any moment. And then, having Jonas come back up through the losers bracket. Talk to me about just kind of the trajectory of your day and how that all felt for you.
I don't know. I drew up like how I thought the bracket would go, and I expected I kind of expected like round 1 maybe, and I thought maybe I could get to round 2. I was not expecting to make it to. I wasn't expecting to win. I was pretty hyped up because I thought I would face Jonas in losers, and it didn't end out like that.
Yeah, it was amazing. And which of the matches do you think was probably the pivotal one that kept you in this tournament?
Blank, going against Blank, that was hard. He put up a fight. I don't know if I was really warmed up during that match, but it warmed me up.
Yeah. And then, this performance, obviously you're an active participant in the online Tetris community, these tournaments that are running all year long. How much would you attribute your success to kind of, being active during the other 11 months of the year that this isn't going on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it helps. It definitely helps. I would have been way more stressed out about this if I wasn't practicing in tournaments like that.
Cool. And so... God, trying to think what else. I mean, geez, I'm just so shocked by your performance. The thing that stood out to me though was, people think hyper tappers, they think build to the sky, all the way, and then just kind of like these crazy top outs and things like that. But you were able to actually in that Jonas match to really temper your aggression. Did you have sort of a game plan going into that match with Jonas?
Just try not to stack too high. And I don't know. I felt like it worked.
Yeah.
If I went any higher, I would have lost, I think, if I played any more aggressive.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're somebody that has, super high scores well above a max out as personal best, right? And so when you're grinding that throughout the year, you're, you're building to the sky, you're farming RNG, you're just like, okay, well, this one didn't work out next, right? And then here to have to sort of temper that. But also the problem is you've got a player that that can push you to the limit as well, really throughout the whole bracket. So is it sort of the balancing act that I feel like it is throughout this whole tournament, trying to decide which person you're going to be in any given moment, the push it pedal to the metal, and then the sort of measured kind of tempered aggression.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of pushed aggressive at the end. I felt like I really had to in some of those games, like against Jonas. And I think both of the first 2 games I sat for center while Tetris is on the kill screen. And I felt like I had to. But
you did have to. He did. He had I'm not sure if you saw his screen at the end, but he had a double Tetris center well set up for post 29. So you did everything you had to do to get that victory. That was super impressive for both of you.
Thanks.
So you're in the top 8 of CTWC 2020. One of the of course, your first CTWC. Probably you spent at least a year or two looking up to some of these guys, right? Oh, he's leaving. He's out of here.
No, it might have dropped somehow.
Oh, someone. Oh, he's back.
Oh, okay, yeah. Probably some Discord thing.
Yeah.
My Discord crashed.
So I feel like this is kind of a softball, the dumbest question in the world to ask. All right, but you've got now till December 6th. Is there something you're going to do specifically to prepare, or to sort of like, do you go back and look at your old games? What do you do to prepare for what you're going to have to do in a month?
Yeah, I'm going to watch the games. I like to review the VODs, make sure I didn't miss that. I messed up a lot in some of those games. There's a lot of better things I could have done. That's why I think it was so lucky. And I'm also going to, I don't know, just practice more.
Yeah.
Are you going to watch your potential competitors matches as well? See who you might come against? Any competitors in particular are you looking forward to either facing or avoiding?
I can't wait to go against Moodoos.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna bust through. He's gonna bust through Joseph. The prophecy.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So, all right, Huff, I want to thank you so much and congratulations to you. Really a wonderful, really dominant but measured performance. I mean, there wasn't a lot of drama. It was just consistency and just knowing when to back off and then knowing when to I mean, it was really a brilliant performance. So congratulations to you, Huff.
Thank you. Is that all?
That's it. Yeah, you're good. We're gonna go ahead, I think, and we're gonna try to get. We're gonna try. I mean, unless you have anything you want to thank or anything else you want to say.
Thanks, Jonas. The only reason I started playing this game because I saw Jonas playing the game. I thought it was cool that he was 7-time champ or whatever, and I thought it was so cool that I got to play him today. I remember a few months ago, I was just asking him how he could survive on 19. And now I'm going against them.
Yeah, cool. Amazing. And certainly probably hung out in his chat as well. So on Twitch, right?
That's a great story. We love to hear it.
So anyway, everybody watching, you can check out Huff on twitch.tv/Huffaluffagus_, and I'm not going to spell it for you. So you're just going to have to figure it out. So there you go. All right. We're going to try to get Jonas in here. Just bear with me for one moment. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and transition over to that. Let's see. Oh, crap. Bear with me for one moment while I try to get this going. We just got to get Jonas into Discord.
Okay.
Which seems to be about as easy as getting Jani on stencil. But I didn't say that. Wait, did I say? Is that going out on the air? Oh my god! All right, just kidding. Let's see here. Bear with me for one moment. There's no Vince. There's no link that he has to go to. He just needs to go into Discord and then click on this channel, which he should be visible. I guess I can send an invite. We'll be there in a moment, guys. Thanks for sticking with us.
Minute.
What? What was that?
Wait, am I unmuted?
Oh wait, you're still.
Oh my God.
That's all right. I'm gonna kick you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick you into here. All right, and Jonas making eyes. He's kind of staring into my soul, and I'm a little afraid. Yeah, Vince, we just need. I'm gonna talk directly to Vince. Vince, we need him to come into Stream One Live. I can't do it. I can't force him to come in. He has to be in Discord. Yeah, or join Stream One. Join any voice channel, and I will drag him. I can't go out into reality and just pluck a person out of the world and put him in Discord. Like he has to be there.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. We'll know. We're developing this virtual technology.
Trey Harrison is on it.
All right. That's right. Trey, I feel like can do anything. You've heard of Wonka Vision? Well, that's nothing compared to Trey Vision. I think we have a Nubbins Goody sighting here.
Yo. Am I live?
Yes.
You are live. You are speaking to the people, Jonas.
Hey, great commentary today, man. Appreciate you for everything you do. And I love that controller pillow.
Oh.
I need one of those.
Oh, actually the audience can't see it. Can we get the three-way screens, or do we have that?
Yeah, it can't really work that because it's
Oh, okay. He's got a dope pillow. I just have a corgi pillow back there. It's not as good.
Well, we'll put it up later. But anyway, we're here to interview you.
Before you ask me questions, Huff, great day, dude. What a bracket. Everything goes out to Huff. We'll keep this short. This is my man's day. But it was really, really fun day. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we're here to hear from you. The 7-time former world champion. What a performance. And you've played some of the best Tetris I've ever seen you play. There is no shame, no you left nothing on the table. You went all out, and that was an amazing performance. And I guess my question is, were you aware of how hard you had to go to fight that match?
I did.
Against Huff.
I don't really participate in the CTMs, but I watch them. I monitor the scores, and so I know, Vandweller has created a wonderful new hype segment of the community that's just been growing exponentially over the years with the CTMs. It's just the most exciting Tetris that you'll see, and I knew what I was up against for sure.
So, I mean, you're kind of in a world now where, it used to be, I think you could, get a 900 in a match and be pretty well assured. Like, most players are going to have a tough time getting up to that. And now, it's that extra 90,000 to 100,000 points that you sort of have to get. Did you do anything specific? Like when you go into this match, are you knowing right up front, like I'm going to have to max out this game?
Yeah. And so, those burns you saw me taking at the end there, those were necessary burns. Those weren't safety burns. I really just needed to dig out and get like a clean well going. In retrospect, maybe I build on all that garbage, but I just shrink my window for Tetrising if I do that. So yeah, I kind of knew what was up, and that you saw like higher builds. There was some kind of tense moments on 18 way up high.
Yeah, because if there's anybody in the world that says, hey, don't build high and flat, it's you, right? So you're like the godfather of all this advice. And really, though, these kids are kind of forcing you to say, okay, well, I have to violate that in some moments, right? And then gamble a bit.
I'm just kind of a part of it now. Like, I'm telling you, in 2018, when Joseph showed us what he can do, I wasn't kidding when I said pass the torch. It's really... these guys' tournament, and I'm just so honored how big it's getting, how many people take it so seriously and play with their heart. It's
yeah, but you have a lot to be proud of with this performance. The most impressive thing at the end of that one round where you're building a center well for 2 Tetrises at the very end.
Yeah.
watching that get built, that was so epic. And if you saw what Huff was doing on his screen, like you'll be very proud of what you did there. That could have gone either way. And
I did the math before he slipped that last Tetris in there. So, when I started it, I was in the game, and then he got that final Tetris and kind of pushed me out of the contention. But yeah,
but hey,
go for it.
In 2021, we're looking forward to see some the post 29 play from Jonas.
I don't even know. I got to work on some new stuff. Is there really new stuff to work on?
This is obviously a really unusual year, right? A different year for everybody. I mean, I'm sure you much prefer going to Portland, seeing your friends, seeing people that you've seen, for the last 10 years. It's a different tournament kind of experience. Can you compare in terms of just the stamina required, like how it was different, because it's a lot more matches here just to get through the 8. Was this more tiring or less than the Portland experience?
I've been streaming quite a bit of Tetris. It wasn't too tiring. I think I was joking that I ran out of gas at the end there, but I really didn't. I just didn't have a good build going into 19.
Yeah.
But I think it was more taxing possibly on the tappers. I don't hybrid tap, so I don't know what kind of, but it's just a lot of games, man, to be hitting the gas like that.
Yeah, especially with this sort of double elimination thing where, you almost get a respite. Hey, you got an uncharacteristic kind of game early on. You're still not out. You've got a chance to power your way through, which you took advantage of and really almost pulled off, getting your way into the top 8. Besides, despite having lost the first match. So there's something definitely to this format. I don't know how it's all going to look in 2021, but one thing I do know for sure is like we and everybody in this chat, everybody that watched this, want to see you back there in some form.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think Jonas is back already. I mean, those 2 sweeps that you pulled off, holy cow.
I will be back for 2021. I was joking with Heather. Like I took that early loss pretty heavy. Every loss that I take, I go very inward and kind of I beat myself up pretty heavy. But it's just too much fun, especially if we can do this in person. I will say I was pretty down on the idea of an online tournament, and I turned a corner probably about a couple of months ago when I saw how excited people were. So I will admit that I was wrong. This is so much fun, and I think everybody did a great job setting it up. I want to thank Trey for doing this amazing setup. All the refs, Chris Foryst was my handler. You guys sticking to the computer for 8 hours, like for just a fourth of what we're doing in the early brackets. So this community really pulls it together and kills it when we circle the wagons when we have to.
And really, one more question here. There was some jacket shenanigans with one of your opponents, or one of the other players. Blank, I think, was inspired to get the leather jacket because of you.
Yeah.
So you're kind of not only a master Tetris player, an amazing streamer, and commentator, of course, which, obviously we're not seeing you this year, I guess, at this point, but also, a fashion influencer. So.
Yeah, well, you got to get that the Insta. You got to get the Insta going. You're not going to get the followers without being a slave to fashion.
Well, Jonas, thank you so much. Really, I mean, this was an amazing.
Thank you guys. Love out to the community. Much love to these new, exciting, wonderful players. My job.
You helped build this. You're a pillar of what we have here.
Get out of here with me.
None of this would really, honestly, to me, there were a few, like you go back in history, there's in just the history of the world, right? There's 5 or 10 bedrock events that happen that, contribute to the history of the world. If you shrink that to Tetris, one of of course, you being the 7-time champion, blah, blah, blah. But the other thing, to me, is the Tetris 101 videos that are on YouTube where people really learned the basic thing and, the basic, here's how to do a thing. Here are some of the spins you can do. Here's how not to get in trouble. Here's how to be aggressive and not be aggressive. There isn't anybody in this chat, even if they didn't learn it directly from those videos, they learned it from somebody who learned it from you. So you are definitely a big part of that.
I appreciate the shout out, Shilling, and we will pay your agreed upon price of 5 subs.
That's right. That's it. YouTube.com/nubbin'sgoody. There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jonas. It was a real pleasure to have you here, and congratulations, even just to get this far, which I think is honestly an achievement with all these great players. So thanks again.
Great job. Great
the
job.
dragon is
Great
back.
job, you guys. Much love, y'all.
All right.
Take care.
All right. Later.
All right. So I think this is it for us. I think I'm just gonna maybe throw us on.
Just throw our thing up to say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah. If it'll come up. Let's see. No, that's something else. Hold on. I'm losing it here. All right, there we are.
Hey,
Hey,
Steve, how's it going?
there you
We've
go.
had a long day, but it has been so rewarding seeing just some of the best Tetris of our life being played. I guess that's the pillow that Jonas was talking about earlier. It's just this big Nintendo NES controller towel. It's the same controller most of the players use. People are asking me if I have my plushie. I got my plushies. I'm actually surrounded by them here. I like I said, I like the sleepy cats. They're the best.
Yeah, where do you get all that stuff? I mean,
They started selling them at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I got this one. You might have noticed on ESPN. I actually had this with me during the ESPN broadcast because I picked that cat up at the show, and they mostly sell them at anime cons and stuff. But at gaming shows, if they happen to have them, they have them, and they sure help when you're stressed out watching the best Tetris you've ever seen in your life, and that is what we had on display today. And I am thrilled to have been able to commentate all of it with you, Keith.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Chris. It's really been a pleasure. And I just want to invite everyone to watch us next week. This is not over. This is really only half over, and really not even half over. Yeah, exactly. So November 7th, November 8th, go ahead and watch on Classic Tetris, Classic Tetris 2. We'll be right back here with like the other whole bunch of players that we still got to do. I think 32 down.
List them off. Why don't I just list them off here if I could find the list here, unless you have them. We have... Because I know I had the wrong one, but if I could just say the names, maybe that would help. Okay, maybe I'm not finding it here.
It's a lot of players.
Oh, here it is. So we've got, on November 7th, we've got Dog, Corian, Nerds, Pepe, Nolan, Terry, Reed, and Mark. And on November 8th, we have Joseph, Richard, Jerpy Dude, Boom Tetris for Jeff, Pokenerd, Benji, Alex H, and Moodus. So that's what we have to look forward to. Then, can you believe, with all the great Tetris we've already seen, we've got so much more coming up.
Yeah, that Joseph Moodus is a match of destiny. So those of you who are out there still, do not miss that one on Sunday. Joseph versus Moodus.
I can't wait to see our numbers for the stream for just for that match. That's going to be amazing.
It has been prophesied. All right. Well, I want to thank you, Chris. I want to thank, of course, Adam, Trey, and Vince, all of our great viewers, our wonderful sponsors, the Tetris company, Tetris_official at Instagram, and Hans, of course, for
Tetris Effect Connected.
Tetris Effect Connected. Best of 5, the Classic Tetris Champions documentary that you can support on Kickstarter, and that is at tetrischampion.net. So thank you for those folks. And who else do we have? Oh, Cogsworks Labs.
Cogsworks, yeah,
that's right. So thank you all, and we're gonna go ahead and raid someone. And I don't know what else to do. We're done.
Thank our audience. Thanks for bringing us up. We're at 15,000 views at one point, and we can't wait to entertain you next week.
It was an amazing day. All right, we're gonna go ahead and
thanks, Keith.
Yep. See you later, Chris.